Hi, I'm Jodie Nazaka. I'm the Economic Development Director for the City of Manchester, New Hampshire. Previously, before taking on the role of Economic Development Director, I was a senior planner with the City of Manchester Planning and Community Development Department.
How do you describe a typical day at work?
Absolutely no typical day. Every day is different working in city government. One day you can be sitting at your desk nonstop for your whole 8 hours with not even getting up for a breath. Other days you're in the field, you're visiting with developers, you're on site visits, you're working with elected officials. So that's what's exciting about the position, is that no 2 days are the same.
What education did you receive?
I went to school for land use planning at Plymouth State University. Through that, I did a minor in geographic information systems with a focus on geography. So I was interested in all things state of New Hampshire, all things map making, all things land use. And now I'm currently enrolled in my master's program at Southern New Hampshire University with a master's in public administration.
What kind of support did you have along the way?
I've had the absolute best support system throughout my entire life and throughout my career. My family and friends and my coworkers have supported me throughout my endeavors. I wasn't a student that thrived in school, and I do recall one teacher in particular, Miss Shaw, that took me under her wing and really pushed me and embraced my shyness and embraced my quietness and really helped me blossom into what I could be. So through her support and then the support of my mother, always encouraged me to do whatever I want, embracing my independence at a young age, that really helped me grow in my profession. And also, I've really connected with each and every one of my superiors in each of my positions. That can't always be comfortable for everyone, but I find it absolutely important to develop a relationship with your boss or your superior, because their support is going to help lead the way for anything you do in the future. And knowing that they're going to be behind you as you excel and you move on to new and better, bigger and better things, having them in your corner is going to be priceless.
Why did you choose Manchester?
I'm just a girl from Manchester that loves this city, born and raised on the west side. And what makes it unique to me is that I've left Manchester, I moved to Long Island, I lived in New York, and realized that Manchester was home to me. And I think that's unique in part that we don't always see such pride and passion for the communities we grow up in. And New Hampshire is always going to be special. Manchester is always going to be special to me.
How have you seen Manchester's mill yard change and grow?
What's fascinating about the mill yard in Manchester is that almost every 100 years it seems to have a rebirth. You know, in the 1800s, when it started off for textile manufacturing, to the 90s, when it almost went a little quiet, to the 2000s, and where it is now, with this emerging STEM industry that we're seeing in the mill yard, and now to a new version of the mill yard where we're welcoming in more residential and live work opportunities and technology-based industries. It's almost like a complete rebirth from, you know, working with your hands to now working with your hands, but working with, you know, technology-based robots. It's fascinating, and it's really exciting to see how the mill yard has grown and changed and adapted with new technologies and new trends. And Manchester certainly isn't left behind when it comes to new trends.
Is there a STEM community in Manchester's mill yard?
Being the city's economic development director is an amazing position because you get to see firsthand all the new businesses that are looking to locate in the city even before they're here. So I feel honored that I get to build these relationships and connections with these businesses before they come to our city, and welcoming them with open arms. And the STEM industries in the mill yard, how they've grown together and worked together. I am a board member of Manchester Connects, where it started off as a small group of us and now has expanded to a lot of the business owners and community members of the mill yard. And they're embracing what the mill yard is and who they are and what they want to see in the mill yard for the next 10, 20, 100 years. And I think that's fantastic that these industries, although some of them overlap in what they do, they're working together because they know their end goal is the same.
Any advice to those getting started in STEM?
Knowing that this is going to younger kids and the younger generation, something I like to share is that embrace who you are and embrace what you're interested in. Don't take the safe route if that's not what interests you. Some of the best advice that I received when I was a senior in high school, getting ready to go to college, was do what interests you rather than do what's safe. I was never interested in business and business and math and all that stuff, but I knew that was a safe route. I knew going for a business degree could be safe. There was many options for that, but that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure what I was doing was going to be fulfilling to myself, and it was going to help me thrive in my professional and personal life. So do what interests you, follow your dreams, and embrace who you are, embrace your independence, embrace your creativity, embrace your quietness, and don't let anything get you down, because growing up, I was just a shy kid, and I look at where I am now, and I still am in disbelief that I can sit in front of a group of people speaking with no regard for what I'm talking about, and it blows my mind. Once the shy kid in the class that couldn't even keep her head up, and here I am now.